spiritual newbie, you just woke up, or you in the journey of awakening. You've been researching and you've been taking all kinds of information. And as you're doing that, you're still in the same family with the same friends or whatever. You know, they love you and all that. But you're excited because you want to talk about these things. And then you get shot down. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. This is Rev Empress Chakra Wanda. Yeah, you can call me Wanda. You can call me Empress. You can call me Chakra. You can call me Rev. You can just call me Sis if you want to. Peace and blessings. First of all, I want to thank those who, you know, do check in to the social platforms here and there. And keep up with me. You know, a lot of times people watching you, they ain't saying nothing. But when you're not on there, they be hitting up your inbox like, sis, where you at? Oh my goodness. Y'all, I think we got only 18 to 17 days till spring. You hear the birds? Do you hear the birds? I mean, they applauding the seasonal change. So look, I'm going to be trying to be a little bit more organized when I come on. Because here's the deal. I'm a multi-creative. I'm an extroverted introvert. I literally do also wake up with all kinds of thoughts, you know, downloading and streaming. Like this morning I was getting ready and all of a sudden I heard a high-pitched tone in my ear. And for those of you that understand about walking in the spirit, and you understand your how the divine works with you. If you hear a high-pitched tone periodically, I know that some people have there's some tendinitis or something. Some people have a health issue with high-pitched tone constantly. But no, I'm talking about if you could hear a high-pitched tone every now and then, that's a download from the divine, straight talk, okay? So much information comes. I'm in my mind all the time. I'm in a conversation with the Holy Spirit, with Creator. You know, actually, there's no one name. You're going to hear me say that over and over again. Y'all, there's no one name for the essence that created all things right now. If you Google it, universes and galaxies are still being created. That energy is nameless. I don't care what religion or spirituality you've been raised up in or transitioned to. You know, it's a journey. It's a journey. That's right. The essence that created the birds that's singing right now, the birds that get up and say, the birds get up before the sun do, and they're singing praises and gratitude. They're not thinking about their provision. They sing first. Because they know they got plenty. They supported by everything. I just had to get that out. Let me get back on track. So I wanted to thank my supporters. And then also, I just want to say, yeah, I was incognito for a while. This happens to me every year. I experience the seasonal shifts energetically. I experience it. In the world, wants to label things. So, seasonal affective disorder. I don't claim disorder. I claim that I experienced definitely the seasonal shift. And I have learned over time that it's important that I remain in some sort of creative expression when wintertime comes. For some people, seasonal disorder can be in the summer, you know, and also you may not realize that you have that, okay, because it's a form of depression. And again, I don't claim that as that is the way that the world labels things. The divine has helped me understand my energetic makeup. And so what I'm sharing could help somebody to understand, sis, look, brother, okay, yeah, you may be affected by the seasons. So look, spring is coming. I can feel it. And I just came off of a vacation. So y'all been seeing me post more frequently because I'm coming up. I'm coming up. I'm coming up out. I'm coming up. It's okay. It's not a bad thing, you know. when you understand your makeup. And so I had the opportunity. I've learned over time to get into some sort of creativity. I have to plan ahead of time when wintertime comes. And so one of the things also, someone, people were telling me, why not break up the winter and go to a warm climate? That will help you. And so that was on my list of incorporating that into my lifestyle. And I had the opportunity to do that. I had some major shifts happening from August up until now, beginning of the year. And the trip had already been paid for. And there were still some things that I needed to do, but I was traveling with a sister friend who knows me very well. And she was able to, like literally hold me up, walk with me in the way of seeing that we are going to get on this ship. I went on a cruise. I went on a cruise to the Bahamas. But when I embarked on that journey, I went back to a place of activating my imagination and the sense and the feeling of things. I imagined that, I do this all the time. I imagine that I'm traveling and speaking again like I used to before COVID. I imagine that I'm, helping people through sound healing, that I'm channeling and bringing information because I get excited about the idea of living an awakened life, paying attention to divine signs and synchronicities. Yeah. All right. So look, I want to talk to spiritual newbies, newly spiritually awakened, and also some of y'all that fell back to sleep. So you woke, now what? I'm gonna park there for a minute. So there's this trend and theme that people be saying, oh, I'm woke. I'm woke. Are you woke? We woke. And then when I look, and when you really look at their lives and what they're talking about, what they're doing, they woke but they broke. Financially. They woke, but they are broken up in their relationships and the way they deal with people. They woke, but they haven't broken in. Broken into themselves. Getting into why certain behaviors keep repeating themselves. They haven't broken in to understand that many of the ways that they're operating is from their subconscious mind, right? That is full of limiting beliefs. But you woke, right? I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to those that have recognized a spiritual awakening. And maybe you can't even identify that. So let me tell you what my definition of for me and what I recognize as a spiritual awakening. It began when I was a little girl. And I couldn't articulate it until along my journey. I've been on the planet for 65 years, according to the earthly systems of Social Security and when you get born, you get stamped with a Social Security number. You understand? And you get stamped with a birth date. But I'm not just this physical avatar. In spirit, I am ageless, like many of you. Many of you come in highly evolved. Yes, you do. Doesn't mean you're better than anybody else. But you come in, you may not be able to articulate, but your spiritual essence, the essence of who you are, spiritual sight, clairvoyance, spiritual seeing, clairaudience, spiritual, clairaudient, clairvoyance, claircognizant. You know how to do things and you didn't even have to go to school to be taught. Clairsentient, right? You can sense things. You can go into a room where people were arguing, and the people left the room, and you can still feel the energy of what was communicated. You can feel the heavy energy, or you can feel the joy energy. There's more to it, y'all. Because, we've been raised to you learned your physical senses, sight, see, smell, and all that. And then the word, you got a sixth sense. Well, it's more layers to the idea of sixth sense. You got to break that down. You got to follow me to know all these things here. You catching up? So me, in the definition of my spiritual awakening, is literally either a life-challenging situation happens where it's like, oh my God, you began to see a different version of the same thing that you've been presented with. In other words, what is an example? Maybe you have a challenge. You've been going along in life with no problems with finances. You understand? Okay. And then all of a sudden, something hits that's unexpected, or either a life-threatening situation. And then you wake up from it, you're like, wait a minute. There's something else going on with this. Right? And then you begin to search. Something causes you to search for an understanding of, first of all, why do you see repeated numbers? Why do you attract certain people? Right? Through osmosis, you recognize that when you pay attention to either an idea that was given to you or signs, and when you start working with that idea, you're like, wait a minute, I see something different. The situation presents itself. You can see it one way, which is a limited way, which is the third dimensional way of seeing it. Or you rise higher and see it from a higher way. Then you begin to research. Anyway, if you're seeing this video, some of y'all are going to resonate what I'm talking about as far as spiritual awakening. And for me, it happened in reflection when I was a little girl, daydreaming. Yeah. And then through osmosis, without me knowing it, I would start to envision. This is later on when I started having kids and worked in corporate America. I used to have to commute 45 minutes, get on the highway. It was very intense. I lived in the D.C. area. So I would imagine, I got burnt out from working. You know how it is in corporate America for some people. And so as I get on the road to drop my kids off and get to work, because of the anxiety that I felt about the work that I was doing, I would begin to think, what would it feel like to go to work and really feel good about what you're doing? Yeah. And I would imagine that where my job, when I went there, people were excited to see me. And when they interacted with me, they felt better. Do y'all know? When I started doing that imagination, years later, I moved out of corporate America into the holistic arena as a massage therapist. And one day I was in my massage office and I thought, oh my God, what I used to envision years ago, I've actually walked into that vision. And then you recognize a pattern. You're like, there's something to that. And then you go further and realize you are operating under a spiritual law. There's universal laws already put in place. The law of gravity, the law of reciprocity, the law of resonance and vibration. Come on, y'all. Google spiritual laws. You're going to see what I'm talking about. So, and by the way, I'm going to post a link below in the description, an article that I found that talks about 16 experiences that you might have, not all, that identify that you are on a journey of spiritual awakening. Spiritual newbie, you just woke up, or you in the journey of awakening. You've been researching and you've been taking all kinds of information. And as you're doing that, you're still in the same family with the same friends or whatever. They love you and all that. But you're excited because you want to talk about these things. And then you get shot down until you realize over time you start to gravitate. You will attract people to you that are like-minded. You will attract videos like this. And those of you who have been on the awakened journey, you fell back to sleep. You know what I'm talking about. Something hit you from the third dimension and caused you to get back into that hamster wheel of seeing things from the third. So the phone cut out a little bit, and then I had to go to work. And now I'm done. So I ended with, you know, you began this awakening journey. First of all, please know, not everyone is going to experience spiritual awakening. Nonetheless, even spiritual awakening in the way that you have come out of that slumber. And some people ain't going to be able to go with you at the same pace. Please know that the universe is going to deliver to you all kinds of wonderful information you're going to get excited about. But the key of staying spiritually awoke or unfolding into your natural way of remembering is this. You got to do the work. You can't sit in the audience of taking all this information in and be all excited about it and then run into people that seem like they're like-minded. You got to do the work. You got to be patient with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Huh? Old habits and ways of being are going to start to dissipate. Some of the things that you might have participated in or enjoyed, or it's going to dissipate. You're not going to have a taste for it anymore. It's gradual. It may disrupt some relationships that you have. It may disrupt the way that you live and flow. I just want to leave this in what my experience has been, and now as an elder, to let you know, to stay woke or to stay in this journey, you got to do the work. The things that you're being taught, teachers are going to come to you. Or in other words, you're going to run across master teachers on platforms. You're going to run across books that the divine is going to point out to you. You're going to see people in person. You're going to see people on YouTube that you vibrate with, and when they speak, it's like they were in your head. You understand? And it's not your imagination. I titled this, You Woke Up Spiritually, Now What? I'm going to share more over time. Thank you for stopping by, watching, listening, commenting if you feel like it. I appreciate you. Yeah. Until next time.